Hi guys, this is Mr. Urrego, and right now we're going to do some double triangle trig. Okay, if you notice, I have a small triangle here and I have another triangle. Okay, so if you see, I put a blue one and a reddish one. So let's work on the small triangle, the 200 on the right side, on the left side, the B on the bottom, and this angle will be 48 degrees. Okay, so the idea here is to find the value of B. Now, this is my angle, 48. Okay, so I need to relate this side B and the 200 to the angle that is 48. Alright, according to this, B is going to be my adjacent side to 48, and 200 is going to be my opposite side to the angle 48. Now, on my SOHCAHTOA, sine, cosine, and tangent, I need to find out which of those functions relate adjacent and opposite. Adjacent, opposite, adjacent, opposite, adjacent, opposite. Here we go. I got opposite here and I got adjacent here. Therefore, tangent is the one that relates those two sides. So what I want to do is, I want to write tangent of 48. So tangent of my angle equals opposite over adjacent, which is 200 over B. Okay, so let me write that again. Tangent of 48 is 200 over B. Now remember, the idea is to leave the B by itself. Okay, so because of the B is in the denominator, then I make my tangent a fraction. And to solve this real quick, what I do is I do cross multiplication. Okay, this diagonal, B times tangent of 48, is going to be B tangent of 48. Is going to be equal to the other diagonal, which is 1 times 200, which is 200. My last step, remember, I want to leave the B by itself, so divided by tangent of 48 on both sides. And now, 200 divided by tangent of 48 is going to give me, in my calculator, it's going to give me 180.0, let me erase that, 0.08. Whatever the units are. I didn't give any units here, so let's pretend that these are, I don't know, let's say feet. Alright, those, so we're working on feet, so it's going to be 180.08 feet, and that will be B. Now, we kind of do the same process, but now instead of, let's work with pink, let's work with blue, yeah, let's work with blue. So, we're going to work in the same process now, but instead of working on this small triangle, I'm going to work on the big triangle. Alright, the big triangle. The big triangle, the bottom is A. The angle on the right side, my acute angle is 37 degrees, and my left side is 200. So if you notice, I kind of have the same thing. I got my angle 37, my A is my adjacent to 37, and the 200 still is my opposite side. So I have opposite over adjacent. Therefore, I still use tangent. Tangent is one of the most common functions used to solve this type of problems. So what we do is we do tangent of 37 equals opposite over adjacent, which is A. Okay? If you notice, I do cross multiplication. Okay, but when I do cross multiplication, technically, let's go back over here. Tangent of 48 equals 200 over B. And as soon as I did my cross multiplication, my B and my tangent got flipped. Let me show that again. So let's say that I have this. I do cross multiplication, which is going to be A times tangent of 37 equals the other diagonal, which is 200 times 1, which is 200, and divided by tangent 37 on both sides. And what I get is A by itself equals 200 over tangent of 37. So what I'm trying to say is my original problem was tangent of 37 equals 200 over a. Look at the original one and look at right now. So the only thing that got flipped was the tangent and the value of a. So when you have your denominator, when your variables in the denominator, just flip it with the numerator from the other side. Flip it. A is in the left side, and now my tangent is in the denominator. Simple as that. That's like a shortcut. I hope you got that one. If not, you can still do the cross multiplication. Now tangent divided by 200 divided by tangent of 37. My calculator, make sure you got it in degrees, and I got 261.41, and we said that we're going to use feet, and that's going to be my value of a. Okay? In case I got a, I got b, just in case they ask you for x, now you know that x comes from b plus x equals a, right? B plus x equals a. I got b, which is 180.08 plus x, which I have no idea how much is x, but I know the a value, which is 261.41. So x is 261 minus 180.8. 261 minus, hold on, 261. Okay, I just realized that I had a mistake. Yes, it's not 61, it's 65. So this is 265. Here's a 65.41. Again, this value is 265.41. All right. So again, my x value is 265.41 minus 180.8. Minus 180.08. And that's going to give me 85.33. 85.33 feet. Okay, and that's how I find all the measures on those sides using a double triangle. Okay, let's do one more. Let's practice. Okay, now let's do this problem number 2, second problem. Same idea. I have 115 on my left side, the vertical side. I got 56, 35 angle, 2 different angles. Now they ask me for the value of x. Kind of the same idea. To find the value of x, I need to find this value in the beginning. Let's call this b. Same thing as the other problem. And then I gotta find the whole thing, which in the previous problem we call it a, I think. Something like that. Alright, so I gotta find this base, which is gonna be, this b right now. And this vertical side is 115 and my angle is 56 degrees. Again, I need to relate those two sides with my angle, because this is my angle and this b is going to be my adjacent side and this is going to be my opposite side, and that's why I use tangent. So tangent of 56 is going to be opposite, which is 115, over adjacent, which is b. Again, I can just flip those two or do cross multiplication. Alright, cross multiplication, I'm going to have b times tangent of 56, okay, is going to be equal to the other diagonal, which is 115 times 1, which is 115. Leave the b by itself, divided by tangent 56 on both sides. And now b is equal to 115 over tangent of 56. Make sure your calculator is in degrees, and that's going to give me 77.56 when I round it. 77.57 when I round it. Again, let's put some units here. Let's call this inches, for example. Inches. So it's going to be inches, and that's my B segment. Alright, same idea on my big triangle. Now my big triangle, the base is going to be called the A. Alright, the left side is 115, and now my angle instead of 56 is going to be 35. Right, that's the difference. How can I relate 35 with this side? With this side, you know, I got to do tangent. Alright, so let's get some red in here or something like that. So tangent, why? Because this is the adjacent side and the 115 is going to be my opposite side. So tangent of the angle 35 equals opposite over adjacent, which is A. All right. Again, look at this. I started here with tangent of 56 equals 115 over B. And look what I got here. The 115 is in the same position. The only two that flip was B and tangent. B and tangent. So that's a shortcut when you have something like this. Shortcut here. Tangent equals 115 over A. I flip the 35, tangent 35 and the A. And my A is equal to 115 over tangent of 35. You get confused here, please go back and do the cross multiplication. Same thing. Now my A value is going to give me 115 inches, don't forget the units, divided by tangent 35, and that's going to give me 165 and 164.24 inches. And that's the value of A, which is the whole thing. To find X, what I do is, and let's change the color again. Let's put some, I don't know. Let's do black. I know I'll do black. So to find the value of X, X is the whole thing, which is A, minus the other piece, which is B. X equals A, and A is 164.24 inches. Minus B, and I got B is 77.57 inches. Therefore, X is, according to my math, is 86.67. And at 67, not 67 inches. And this is the way you solve all these type of problems, guys. Make it the two triangles. First one, the one that is close, to the right angle. That one, and then you take the big triangle. And then you subtract whatever you have to do with the bases. Alright, that's the regular way how do we solve these problems. Okay guys, if this was helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, thank you for watching.